All right, so today we're gonna be changing the oil on this Chinese ATV. It's the Tao Tao 125. It's got about 25 to 30 hours of riding on it because of this one right here. So as part of the deal for her to have a four-wheeler, she has to change the oil herself. And it's also a good little life lesson as she grows up. So she's gonna change the oil on it. We're gonna try a little bit of a different type of oil. This is something that Walmart recently just started carrying, like, within the last year or two. It's the Super Tech 10W40 four-stroke oil. Typically we ran Mobile One in here a couple years ago. We ran Shell Rotella diesel oil, and this is just very cost effective because she racks up 20-30 miles in a week or two. So at $5 a quart, this is going to be the best bet. So to get started, first thing you're going to need is a little drain pan, which we use a little pot. The oil, of course, takes 0.7 for this application right here. And then you're going to need a socket or a wrench that's 17 millimeter for the drain bolt. So towards the bottom front of the engine, you'll see there's a 17 millimeter drain bolt. That's still going to be the one you remove. To make the oil drain a little bit faster, you're going to want to go ahead and remove the fill plug. Otherwise, it's going to trickle out. It's going to be very slow. It'll take all day to drain. So we haven't pulled out the fill plug yet. It's just a plastic one. If we hadn't changed it recently, I would have pulled it out first just in case it was stuck or it was going to break. But this is how slow it trickles out when you don't pull out the fill plug. So for your fill plug, it's actually on the back side of this cover. Some of these will have a hole that the place you bought it from put in, so that way it's easy access. This one does not. So we're going to take these two bolts off to pull it back a little bit and get access to it. So like I said, behind the foot guard is actually your fill plug, and it's just that gray little plastic area. We're going to go ahead and unscrew that, and that'll make it drain faster, and then we're going to use a large funnel to fill this back up. Now, to make sure you drain as much as you can, sometimes you'll want to lift up the back of the ATV just to make sure it drains everything that's in the back. We're kind of at a decline right now, so we're going to go ahead and lift up the back end and then make sure we get all the oil out. So now we're at the point where there's nothing even dripping out. She's going to go ahead and reinstall the drain plug. It's got a washer on it as well. We're going to tighten it up. Be sure not to over tighten these because you will strip them out. And after that, we're going to start filling it up.
Open this first.
All right, so if you have a long funnel, it really helps. You don't have to take the foot guards all the way off, like I said. So we're going to start by putting 500 milliliters of oil in here, and then we're going to check it. The fill does have measuring hash marks on it. So like I said, we're gonna put 500 milliliters, and then we're gonna check it and then keep at it until we hit about 700 or it's full.
You can pour a little.
Yeah, you can pour more. Just make sure you check it at, keep going.
It's almost there. Almost there again.
Careful when you pour.
A little bit more.
All right, so that's about 500. Put it level when you check it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little lower, but it's okay.
Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the little dipstick in, and we're gonna check it. All right, so the oil change is done. We checked it and topped it off. So everything's running good. As expected, the oil is probably made by some other brand distributed through Walmart. But we're gonna monitor it for the next 20 hours or so. And then we'll see how it does. I might even send it off to Blackstone to get a test, but I won't have anything to compare it to, so it might just be an initial test, and then the second oil change will be the other test. So, like I said, really easy to do. 10-year-old just changed her own oil. She rides it, she changes it now. Very cost effective. There's no oil filters on these four-wheelers. So it's literally just take out the bolt, fill it up with 0.7 quarts, and then you're good to go. Like I said, the Super Tech oil, we're trying it out right now. It's $5 a quart, which is very cost effective. So we'll see how it does, and I'll give an update video later on how the oil is doing.